Meiotic cell division. So this was coined by Farmer in 1905. Here the cell division produces new sex cells or the gametes, and then if you see here, this is called as reduction division, reduction cell division, because it produces reduced cells which is getting reduced from diploid to haploid, which means number two cells are getting reduced to one haploid. Okay, so it takes place in two cell division. One is heterotypic division, the other one is the homotypic division. So if you, this is then in this heterotypic division, what happens, the diploid cell, which means the two cells, they get divided into two individual haploids, two individual single cells, and the daughter cells will be different from the parent cell, and this consists of 5 stages: prophase 1, anaphase, metaphase, telophase 1, and cytokinesis 1. If you take this prophase 1, which is the longest duration, because it is further divided into 5: leptotene, zygotene, pachytene, diplotene, and diakinesis. If you see this leptotene, what happens here is the chromosome will start to uncoil and they become long thread-like structure and take up a specific orientation inside the nucleus. They will be taking a particular orientation inside the nucleus. They form a bouquet stage here. Next is zygotene. So zygon means adjoining. So the two homologous chromosomes, they start to approach each other to start pairing up. They will start to pairing up. So this pairing of homologous chromosomes, we call it as synapsis. We call it as synapsis. So in leptotene, what happens? They will uncoil and they will occupy a specific orientation inside the nucleus. And in zygotene, what happens? They will start to approach. So they will be starting to pair up. We call it as synapsis. So this is how it will be. They will start to pair up. Next is pachytene. So which means patches means thick. The chromosomes are twisted like threads. They become up twisted like threads, and the pairs so formed, we call it as bivalence. They have paired, those pairs we call it as bivalent. So each bivalent now contains 4 chromatids, which means tetrad stage. So how it is how it is 4, ma? So this is how they got paired, They are tetrad stage, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how they are seeing it as 4 chromatids here. Okay, each bivalent will now consist of 4 chromatids. Now these homologous chromosomes, they start to separate. Now they are paired, in the before stage, zygotene stage, they start to paired up. In this pachytene stage, they will separate. They will not get separated completely, but they remain in that X-shape arrangement. Okay, we call it as chiasmata. They don't completely separate there, but they remain attached together at one or more point in the X shape. So we call them as chiasmata, and the chromatids will break at these points, and the broken segments will be interchanged. For example, you're having this now, and this. So we are having bivalent, which means contains 4 chromatids. Each is having 4 chromatids. Now interchange will take place. They are in the form of X, yes or no? So they will not separate completely, but crossover take place now. How does the crossover take place? Means top part of the first one, and this how they will be crossing over. So as a result, what happens? The genetic combination will take place here. Next is diplotene. So here each individual chromosome of each bivalent begin to split longitudinally. So here in pachytene, they will begin to separate and they will get crossover, interchanged. Okay, the segments will interchange. In diplotene, they completely split up into 2 similar chromatids. So these homologous will repel each other and separate, and the chiasmata begin to move along the side of the chromosome from the centromere towards the end resulting of the terminalization. So they will be completely separated. Next is diakinesis. So what happens here is the paired chromosomes are shortened and they will get thickened here, and new nucleolus membrane, they begin to disappear. The spindle fibers make their appearances here. So spindle fibers start to develop and the nucleolus membrane and the nucleus membrane will be disappearing here. Next is metaphase 1. So far we have seen prophase 1. Next is metaphase 1. In metaphase, what happens? What did we saw in mitosis? The chromosomes will start to arrange in the equatorial position of the metaphase plate. Okay, with the help of these spindle fibers. So the two chromatids of the chromosomes, they do not separate, but the centromere does not divide them. Next is anaphase 1. Each homologous chromosome with its two chromatids and the undivided centromere move towards the opposite side pole. So what happens? Here they will not divide in the metaphase. In anaphase they will be staying undivided, but they will be start to move to the opposite sides of the poles. We call it as dyad. Next is telophase. In telophase 1, the haploid number of chromosomes after reaching the respective poles, what happens? What all we see in the meiosis, it will happen, mitosis will happen the same here. So they will get elongated now, and the nuclear membrane nucleolus will start to reappear, and the two daughter nuclei will be formed. You can see here two daughter nuclei will be formed. So this is how they look. The prophase 1, you can see the crossing over taking place. So all this crossing over take place with the help of this pachytene zygote and all this. So crossover will take place here, and in metaphase they will get arranged in the equatorial position, and in the anaphase 1 the chromatid will be sets of chromatids in the opposite sides. They will repel each other in the center, and they will be occupying the opposite poles towards the extreme opposite poles. In telophase 1 they will be separated completely with forming a two daughter nuclei. And then cytokinesis 1 will happen, which gives after this telophase 1 cytokinesis will happen which divides the cytoplasm and two haploid cells will be formed. Next is meiosis 2. So this is the homotypic division. So here two haploid cells will be formed during the meiotic division, and they divide further into four haploid cells. Okay, so already we have two haploid there in the first phase. In meiosis 1 we produced two haploid. So those two haploid will be divided further into two in the homotypic division to give another two, totally four haploid cells will be formed. So this is also consisted of four phases like prophase 2, anaphase 2, cytokinesis 2, metaphase 2 and telophase 2. So in prophase 2 what happens is the centriole will be dividing into two first. Centriole means these two things, these two small dots, we call it as centriole. First they will divide into two. Okay, and then asters and spindle fibers will start to appear, and the nucleus and nuclear membrane will disappear. So this is what happens in all the prophase. And in metaphase what happens? They will be arranging in the equatorial equator. You can see here they are arranged in the equator. In anaphase 2 what happens? The chromatids will separate and become daughter chromosomes, and they move to the opposite sides. In telophase 2 what happens? The nucleus, new nucleus and the nuclear membrane nucleolus will be appeared with the daughter chromosomes. And in cytokinesis 2 what happens? Those two cells will be dividing into four haploid cells. So this is what happens in meiosis 2. So in meiosis 2 same way you can see here prophase what happens? The centrioles will be divided into two first, and then in metaphase stage they will be aligning in the single stage, in the equatorial position, and in the anaphase the chromatids will divide into two and they will move to the opposite sides of the poles, and in the telophase 2 they will be forming two daughter nuclei forming two haploid cells. So this is the first heterotypic division. And what happens? So these two cells will be, now these two haploid cells have formed, now they will undergo homotypic division, which is prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. So these two will be divided into two further to give 4 haploid cells. So these are the different stages you can see here. So this is the first stage. So two cells, two daughter nuclei are formed. That two daughter nuclei is undergoing further division to give 4 daughter cells. So now we are going to see the difference between mitosis and meiosis. This mitosis occurs in the body cells. This meiosis occurs in the reproductive cell. Body cell means what? Somatic cells. Meiosis occurs in reproductive cells. In mitosis, you can see the number of chromosomes remain the same in daughter cells. Here in meiosis, it is halved. Like 2 means it will be divided into 1, which we call it as reduction division. Daughter cells are identical to parent cell to each other. In meiosis, they are different. Mitosis, 2 daughter cells are formed. In meiosis, 4 daughter cells are formed. In mitosis, homologous chromosomes do not come together. Here they will be coming together in meiosis, and there is no exchange of genetic material in mitosis, and there is an exchange of genetic material between the chromosomes in meiosis. So today we have seen the division, cell division, like amitosis, which is the direct division, and then mitosis, which is the indirect division, followed by meiosis, which is the reduction division. So you can always remember, in prophase means the centriole will divide into 2 first, and they will start to move on the opposite side. Aster and spindle fibers will appear. Nucleus membrane will start to disappear. In metaphase 2, they will be arranging in the equatorial position. In anaphase 2, the chromatids will get separated into daughter chromosomes and may they move to the opposite poles. And in telophase stage, what happens? The daughter chromosome will be forming a proper nucleus and the nuclear membrane will start to appear. In cytokinesis, they will be dividing into 2 daughter nuclei. So in the next class, we'll start with another new lesson. Until then, thank you children.